Welcome back, everybody, to my recovery. This is Chameleon again, and today we're going to be all about stress. So, I got a few pieces of paper here. I got one created by the National Institute of Drug Abuse. Actually, I think they both are, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they both are. The NIDA. And two little things here. One is about nurturing my mental and emotional health. It's a bunch of activities that we can do. And this right here is more about what stress does to your body and a little bit more stuff goes in detail about how to cope with it. So we figured I'd start out with the activity today, and we'll go from there. All right, so it says your mind and emotions affect your overall health. Unmanaged stress can increase the risk that a person may attempt to deal with stressors, including mental health issues and trauma, by using drugs and other substances. Today, we're going to do an activity that can help you nurture your own mental health. Since every person is unique, the activities that help you relax or feel better may be different than the ones that may help your friends or family members. On a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed are you now? With 1 indicating barely any stress and 10 indicating super stressed. Super stressed. Circle your response and you've got a scale below. Um, I would say, since my anxiety is bad right now, probably a 5 for me. So, which is not too great, but that's like I said because of my anxiety. I'm nervous about doing a video and stuff. So, then it goes into talking about the 4-7-8 breath, which is this breathing exercise involves breathing in for a count of 4, holding the breath for a count of 7, and exhaling for a count of 8. You can adjust the speed of each breath based on how fast you count. When a person does this for the first time, they should do it seated or lying down and only for a few breaths, as it can make some people feel a bit giddy or lightheaded. Source: U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. And then it says it's okay to feel not okay. It can be hard to handle difficult circumstances. That's why it's really important to take care of your emotional and mental health and to practice healthy ways to cope. Hopefully by the end of this activity, when asked about your stress level, it might go down at least one number. Says select an activity from the list below and practice doing it for the next 10 minutes. You may even want to try something you haven't tried before to see if it's relaxing and something you might enjoy. Ideas for activities may include, says draw a picture of a favorite place or memory. Shit, I wish I could be able to draw that good, draw a place or memory. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Says read or listen to a mindfulness passage. Says write about what's on your mind. Write down 10 things you feel grateful for. Practice guided imagery. Exercise. Listen to music that helps you relax. Then it says write down how you felt before the activity and how you feel now. For example, tight in my chest / open and easier to breathe. Says it's important to find activities that support your mental health. If what you tried today didn't help you feel less stressed, consider trying another option from the list. It may take a few tries to find what works best for you. What works for your family members and or friends might not work for you. So did you notice that the option listed included different kinds of things? Physical activity and movement, reading, drawing, writing. That's because it's important to know that taking care of your mental and emotional health might mean taking a nap or running a mile. It might include writing down your feelings or listening to music. Knowing what you can do to support and manage your mental and emotional health is half the work. Plus, bringing yourself back to a state of calm may help you in other areas of health and life. And it ends with, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stressed are you now? with the same right? 1 being barely, 10 being super stressed. So did you learn something about it? So those are pretty good there. I think that's pretty much hit everything there. So I figured I'd start with that so you guys can be thinking exactly what your stress level is and maybe try doing some of those activities. And while I go over how the body responds to stress and the healthy ways to cope from it. Okay? It says, think of a time you were stressed. You may remember your heart racing, palms sweating, shoulders tensing up. These reactions are part of the body's natural stress response. When the brain perceives a threat, it triggers a release of chemicals that prepare the body for the challenge. Known as fight or flight, the stress response evolved to help us survive. Imagine an early human chased by a lion. It says, but it can also be triggered by events that aren't life-threatening. You may feel stressed by school demands, personal relationship struggles, or social media pressures. National or global challenges can also cause stress, such as the COVID-19 pandemic and social issues like racial discrimination. Feeling some stress is normal and can even be helpful. For example, the stress response can boost your energy and focus for a test, but constant stress can take a toll on your health. Here's why it's important to recognize when you are feeling overwhelmed and to take actions that can help you cope. It says your body under pressure. It says your brain, for your brain. When you feel stressed, the brain sends a signal to the adrenal glands located above the kidneys. The signal triggers the glands to release stress hormones. These chemicals cause changes to the body to prepare it to fight or run away, the flight response. It says for the heart rate and blood pressure increase so that blood travels through the body faster. This helps deliver oxygen to make muscles work. For the lungs, it says breathing rate increases to deliver more oxygen to muscles and tissues. It says sweat glands. Stress can trigger sweat to be released from some parts of your body. Stress sweat is different from sweat caused by being hot. For your liver, the liver releases glucose, sugar, into the bloodstream, and this powers cells in the body. Stomach/intestines. Digestion decreases so that the energy needed to break down food can be redirected to other parts of the body. Muscles. Muscles tense up throughout the body to prepare for responding with action. And let's see. It says, ongoing or chronic stress does not allow the body stress hormones to return to normal levels. This can lead to health problems. Chronic stress can increase the risk of getting sick by weakening your immune system, cause sleep problems because of the energy surge brought on by stress hormones, lead to headaches from constant muscle tension, increase the risk of anxiety and depression, lead to problems with learning and memory, increase the risk for heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. Really? Okay. And then it goes stress and drug use, not a good mix. Talking to a doctor about medical treatments to deal with stress can be helpful. Attempting to relieve stress by misusing prescription drugs or using substances like alcohol, tobacco, cannabis, or other drugs may actually make it harder to cope. Substance use can affect the brain and body in the same way as stress does. For example, some drugs increase heart rate and anxiety, which causes the body's stress response to increase, not decrease. Even drugs like alcohol that appear to alleviate stress in the short term increases the body's stress response over time. People who are stressed are also at higher risk for developing addiction. Really, I didn't know that. Okay, so over here it's got healthy tips to help you cope. So we might go over some of the same stuff here, but just in case, I'm going to go over them anyways. Move your body. Regular aerobic exercise like running activates a response that helps your body cope with emotional stress. Meditate. Meditation and deep breathing exercises can help you decrease blood pressure and improve symptoms of anxiety and depression. Take a time out. Stepping away from distractions such as social media and texting may be stressful at first, but with practice, it can help you relax. Do one thing at a time. If you feel overwhelmed with multitasking, try to tackle one challenge at a time. Get support. If you are stressed, ask for help from your family, friends, or a professional, such as a doctor or school counselor. Relaxing during a test. If you experience stress during a test, you may feel your mind go blank. This happens because I don't know how to pronounce that word. The stress hormone may temporarily disrupt brain circuits that are used to recall memories. Just tip, if you experience your mind going blank, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and try to relax to help the hormone surge ease off. You've got this. Let's see. It says stress is a part of everyday life. Says even more so than intense challenges such as a pandemic, racial discrimination, and life transitions. But uncontrolled stress can cause serious health problems and increase the risk that people may use drugs to attempt to deal with stressors, including mental health issues and trauma. Use these materials. Okay, well, that's pretty much all what I want to go over. It's got other stuff here with the test printed out here and some definitions here. But anyways, so now that you know what stress is and there's some, knows what it does to your body, it also, I gave you some healthy tips to help cope with it, several of them actually, matter of fact. And if you try that now and then ask yourself, after trying it for 10 minutes like this says, try one of these like breathing and, see how it works. See if it actually relieves some of your stress. If it doesn't, then try a different one. Try exercising, or maybe reading or listening to something, right? Or like a music or, a book or something. Or write in a journal, write what's going on in your mind. If it's something that you feel like you need to, put in a journal, then make sure you definitely do that. To write 10 things down to feel grateful for, I would suggest to be doing that anyways every day if you're an addict, because we're not grateful for anything when we're an addict, and we like to tend to stay on the dark side of things. And writing down stuff where you're grateful for, which I suggest you write down something different every day, is a good way of helping you come out of that habit, of looking at the negative all the time. And it makes you see the silver lining there and stuff, So, anyways, I hope this helps you to manage stress, and I hope you have a wonderful day.